everybody. I'm here to introduce another website called NoRedInk. This is another adapted learning software, and this one covers grammar and writing. So in this website, it's going to teach your students how to do the specific grammar concepts and also writing skills. So first of all, you sign up, and as a teacher, and once you go in, you'll have a class code, and the students can sign up as well. So once you have logged in, you're going to get to the home page, and it's going to have different classes that you have set up. You can actually manage through that, hit here, manage classes, and once you have done so, you go ahead and add the students. Add this. When you click on the add students, you will see the class code, and the students will add it through there. You can also add a co-teacher that can help you, or somebody that needs to see the data, like for the ESL teacher, or maybe the curriculum coordinator, whoever it might be, that would be beneficial to see the data that you are implementing in your classroom. So but anyways, let's get started. When you have set up your class here, you're ready to assign the work, and hit the sign work. Once you have hit the sign work, it will take you to another page with 7 tabs, and these tabs are your main focus area that you want to go. Now, the diagnostic, practice, and quiz will go over grammar and writing skills. These one will go specifically into paragraph and essay writing. And this one is self-review. Once you're done, you can actually reflect on your essay and grade yourself. Same with the peer review. The quick write and the guided draft are going to be the writing. This quick write is a writing paragraph, and guided draft is going to be your essays. So let's go into the diagnostic first. Diagnostic, there's two diagnostics, or two plans: unit plan and then the planning stage. The unit diagnostic is a pre-test, so before you start a unit, you can actually then pre-test them, and that pre-test helps basically with the data that you receive, who actually do well and who doesn't, or who knows their content material, who doesn't. Or whereas after you have done the practice and then given them a quiz, you're going to see a growth of from where they started to where they ended up. And so when you click on these square buttons, some of them are gray, and that's the one that are free. And as you can see, the yellow ones are the locked ones and pay version. So if you have a school that's willing to fork up the money, I recommend doing so, because it offers 4 times the number of content. Now, as a teacher though, the free version offers a lot as well, so I just stick with the free one. But anyways, once you click on the content and which one you want to push to your student, just go ahead and choose a number of questions. You can choose a number of questions, and it gives you an estimated time that it will finish. Then you can go ahead and hit continue. It will take you to the class that you want to assign. Now, the unit plan is across the board, and so if you want to see how well students do on multiple subjects before you start a unit, or planning for the beginning of the year or semester, this is kind of give you kind of that graph of just seeing where overall where your students are. The reason for that is, let's say most of them already know adjectives, and so if that's the case, why do you want to spend a lot of time planning lesson plans and curriculum for adjectives? Now, if a lot of students are low on articles, like they didn't understand it, of course you want to spend a lot of time on the content. So it really helps you to manage your time and focus on the things that students really need, rather than doing the old way, which is basically across the board spending time for every single one of these subjects, then finding out later if they need the subject or not. So this is a great way of administering their content level before you actually start planning your lesson. Then of course, again, choose your number of questions and then hit continue. Now here you're going to see the grade level, and watch when I hit K3, you'll see the content change. It's going to change specific to the grade level, and it's going to be appropriate for that level as well. So these will be more easier questions to ask now versus 10th through 12th grade high school level. As you can see, it's going to be more content related to the upper grade level. And so once you have chosen your grade level and then what you want to teach, you can go ahead and hit let me go into the adjectives, and then go ahead and hit continue. So you're going to come to this page. Regardless if you choose practice or quiz, this is going to be the same page. You just pick the class that you want to choose, and if you wanted to offer it to all the students, you just click on all the classes that you offer it to. Now let's say you are differentiating teaching students that need the extra practice. You can choose a class and let's say click on this arrow, and a list of students will pop up here, and then you click on the names of the students that you want to work on. Differential instruction. So if you have only certain students that should be working on articles, then you just click on those. And the other students, you can assign them work ahead or other content that they are working on or struggling with. So as you can see, it's very the flexible of the content material you can push to the students. You can do it as a whole class or individual. And you can choose the start date, you can do it right away, or choose a later date, and then the due date and assignments, and you can choose which one, allow late assignments or scramble questions. So again, once you have done that, you hit assign and it will go to the students. The practice and quiz are the same thing, but practice, go through a lot of the guided practice with them, and it does get graded, but you can choose not to. And so as you can see here, the assignment and total points for assignment, you can actually make the 0. And so what I do in my classroom, and I don't grade the practice, and I have the students go through them and to the practice, and they get a pass or fail, but it's the quiz that actually I grade. So once they have mastered this, and I'm looking at my data on the teacher end, I see that they're doing really well, so I'm going to push the quiz eventually, assign them the quiz, and then see what they're how they did. So when they take the quiz or practice or diagnostic, you're going to get a individual student data list. And so when you look at your teacher, and you're going to have all the students' names here, and every assignment that you assign them will be here with the color coordination and the grade and percentage that will be listed here. And so if you want to look at the mastery all across all the content, you click on that, and you will see everything that this website offers you. And as you can see, it's very extensive, and so you're going to get that data. So once you have signed like I said, a assessment, you're going to get this unique data assessment that you get, and then it's going to list all the students, and then category if they did well, proficient, basic, and below basic. And so, and if I look at this, I would say, based on the pronoun case, I have one student that I need to focus on, that I'm going to do a diagnostic again, or help them with the practice and focus more on this student. So if you hit the item analysis, you're going to get this, and every single one of the students and their score, and it's going to go breakdown by every question. And so one of the great things, again, as you read the data here, I'm going to look at number 9 and realize, wow, a lot of students got number 9 wrong. What makes 9 very unique or different? They got this one wrong. So as you can see, you can focus and tailor a lot of your teaching based on the data that's given here, and this is all free. And so I use this in my classroom for one-on-one. Many of my students have computers, or if you have a lab card, you can assign them there, or you can assign them at home. If you want to use it as a supplement, you can use it as a kind of a curriculum practice. So if you click on curriculum, it's going to give you all the content material here, and I'm going to click on adjectives. So if you want to cover adjectives, go ahead and click on the subject, and then they're going to have a practice model here. So bold adjective describes which now Professor Moody tripped over the purple rug. So I'm going to click on rug. So it is very interactive. They can choose and they can delete on some of them depending on the exercise. They can delete, change, modify, then hit submit answers. Once they have corrected, they get correct, and then they're going to continue to work on it until the computer has deemed it necessary or deemed it appropriate. They have mastered this content material. So as you can see, you can do a guided practice with the students, or you can do one-on-one, or if you want, you can just simply have them sign it for extra practice, really. So if you're a school that uses a curriculum textbook, using that as assessment, but you want to use this as a reinforcement or for guided practice, you can use that as well. So as you can see, NoRedInk.com is very flexible, it is adaptive, and it is free. And so I use this as a great resource to help my students learn about grammar and their writing skills. So I hope that this video helped you out. Have a great day.